And episode 3 was into type 1. And also,
Jatuh one charge back and forth from Brunei. And then UTB ada juga
Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome back to episode 3 of Ngopinion. Did you miss us? That's what I said last episode. So, as you can see, we are in a different environment as of today from our last 2 episodes. That's because we are sponsored by Suka Coffee. Yay!
excited. Belum minum kopinya mah.
Belum minum.
Minum dulu.
Suka Coffee is also located at Rimba at the Gardens Veranda, if you guys didn't know. So another thing about today is that we also have a special guest. Her name is Natasya, as you guys can see, and she is from YEP, also known as Youth Empowerment Project by PTES.
Hello, so I am the communication manager in the Youth Empowerment Project, and what we do is basically empowering the youth, the future leaders of tomorrow. So, and then we just recently launched our website at theyep.ptes.squarespace.com, where we showcase events happening in Brunei, as well as we do have an educational resource page where we have our podcasts, articles, videos, vlogs, and so many more.
So many more. So you can definitely check out their socials. We will link it down in the bio.
Yeah,
right?
we will.
We will.
Follow to IG orang.
Yeah, definitely.
Bukan paksa, tapi follow.
No, yung maksa sebenarnya. Yung maksa.
Kami na pernah maksa orang. Subscribe ay YouTube aja. Thank you.
Yeah. Ring the bell.
Ring the subscribe bell.
Ring the bell.
If you didn't watch episode 1, you wouldn't get the joke.
So for our first question, how much do you guys actually know about Brunei Wawasan 2035? Anything, any thoughts or any data you guys could share?
I think I can share the most general data that we all know lah. Maybe some of you guys may have not know yet, but I will state the 3 goals in Wawasan 2035 that Brunei wants to achieve lah, basically. So the first goal, this is by order, yeah. So the first goal is well-educated and highly skilled individuals, and followed by high quality of life, and then followed by diversifying the economy. So those are the goals lah. And I believe that these 2 amazing individuals can elaborate more on the goals.
About the goals, I only know about Brunei wants to be in the top global rankings lah. I think top 10 if I'm not wrong, in GDP per capita, Human Development Index, and quality of education.
Can I stop you here? I would like to ask as well. I'm sure not all of us is aware of what the meaning of GDP is. So can you elaborate more on that?
GDP is the gross domestic product. So everything that Brunei exports, every money that comes out from Brunei's business, it goes to the country's revenue. So it's gross domestic products per capita. Per capita is divided by the citizens of Brunei lah. So the money divided by the population.
Interesting. What about you, Natasya?
So, like what Anik mentioned, only like a very brief statement of the goals. So basically the goals are, the first one is the achievements of its people who are educated and highly skilled in accordance with the highest international standards. International.
Yeah, that's very
So it's interchanging between different countries, is it?
Yeah.
I see.
So for goal 1, they want to have first-class education, equal educational opportunities, as well as human resource development. And with that, they want to also include Melayu Islam Beraja, and might be inside their values as well.
Interesting. Anything else you guys want to add on? Are there any more information and data that you guys could think of?
As for goal 2, they also do want to aspire to have the high quality of life among the top 10 countries in the world. Same goes with the economy, top 10 also.
Yeah.
That's actually very interesting. So for our second question, what do you guys think about Wawasan 2035? Do you guys think it's far-fetched or is it possible considering and currently looking at the situation Brunei is in?
The goals are very high. The standards are very, very, I'd say impossible, but it's not really macam hindi dapat lah. It just depends on how we, the belia, the citizens, use the resources given by the government. Governments that what help us a lot in terms of free education, free healthcare. From the free healthcare itself, it's seen that our lives the quality of our lives are making better. If you see other countries their education healthcare very mahal.
Yeah.
So in terms of HDI, we are doing good. Tapi it's very hard lah to get the top 10 na to, considering how Brunei is very we are very left behind. So the government has given us so many. It's up to us to use whatever is given. Instead of complaining ala Facebook or Reddit, we should be bersyukur apa yang sudah kena bagi to and use it to our advantages. Like the saying from Isa, ambil apa yang baik and buang apa yang buruk. Nada hadis. Maybe karang. We'll see.
Last episode, so many hadiths from him.
Hey.
Yes,
Gula ko kasat.
So I guess this goes back to what we talked about last episode, how Brunei education is mostly free. I guess we should be more grateful that, in Brunei, especially the Sultan, gave us a lot of benefits, yeah? So anything else? What about from you, Amit? What do you think?
I would say that it is not impossible. It's close to impossible, but
It's close to impossible. What do you mean?
but we believe nothing is impossible, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So while challenges exist, such as there's a lot oil and gas revenue and so on, but with concerted efforts, I think we'll manage. So I'm gonna second what Cairo just said just now, which is we should start by not blaming other people. So as in, I understand our situation, our circumstances, but at the same time, we cannot be adding more fuel to the fire. So, as I was saying, we should be working together with other Bruneian citizens as a whole, especially the youth, since we're totaled up to 160K of youth in Brunei. So, we start by not blaming other people. Stop blaming the governments, stop blaming the elderlies, but start by making impacts towards the society. As in, start by joining a lot of activities, joining anything, do anything, conduct any projects that are related, relevant, and that can contribute to Wawasan Brunei 2035, such as maybe your project can focus on education, maybe your project can focus on economy, maybe your project can focus on how to improve high quality of life in
Brunei.
Brunei.
So you're saying you should definitely start working with each other, Mark?
Yeah.
I see. What about from you, Natasha?
I mean, I do agree that youths are the future leaders of tomorrow. So we do need to work together with the government, with the non-governmental organizations, and also just start up your own NGO. As well as you have to kind of get inspired, get motivated from all the organizations you see. Like, if they're able to do it, why can't
Why
you?
can't we?
Yeah.
If other people are able to do it, why can't we? Kami semua manusia. We all have the same abilities and capabilities.
Yes.
And the thing that's gonna make it far-fetched I think is because Malaysia ni ego diorang tinggi. If you see, we're already 400,000 population saja. And if you want to further divide it, how can we as a country work together to make Brunei great? If you see macam US yes, of course diorang boleh ada ego their population millions. Even if they divide, masih lagi banyak. But we're sikit saja
We're a small population.
We should support each other. Even if you don't agree with their opinions at least set your ego aside and listen to what they have to say. Maybe ada manfaat, maybe ada kebaikan yang tayo boleh gunakan.
So give them a chance, yeah?
Yeah, give them a chance.
So, going back, for our third question, Are any goals in Brunei Wawasan 2035 reached? Has it been done yet, or is it going to be done, or what do you guys think about this?
The closest that we can get to the global rankings would be Human Development Index, which is the quality of life of the population lah. In terms of, since we get free healthcare, education, banyak free lah. Even oil and gas in our country is very cheap. This is a real statistic, a real fact. Most people in Brunei don't rely on public transportation such as walking, bicycles or buses because the Bruneians can afford cars. See, that's very high quality since kalau kamu lihat dari negara pun, diorang berjalan kaki apa kan?
Like use motorcycles.
Because if I'm not mistaken, getting cars in Brunei is much easier as you
Yeah.
need to show your gaji slip, and you don't even need to put a deposit money to it, right?
Yeah.
So it's much easier for
And they made
we may
the-
not have a lot of like buses or
yeah.
taxis, but we can afford cars and it's much affordable here.
And also, Sekejap, lighting niya lang. Sorry. Hilang tadi. And also, tapi if we can all afford cars, that will be bad for the environment juga. So memang lah the public transportation mesti juga kena improve.
I mean, there's like pros and cons on it anyway.
There's some pros and cons.
Everything has pros and cons.
Yes, everything has.
And in Brunei pun oil and gas cheap kan. Why? Kenapa je orang balik kereta banyak? So we need to reconsider that lah.
But what about like how other countries are now moving to electric cars? Do you think
Yeah.
Brunei might achieve, brands like
Tesla.
Tesla? Do
I'd
you guys
say-
might think more electronic cars will appear in Brunei?
I'd say like already a few electric vehicles in Brunei.
No, not fully electric, hybrid. Yeah,
Hybrid,
setengah
yeah.
minyak setengah
But I'd
electric.
say like, for example, in UTB, there's this one car here.
Yeah, promo
It's
UTB ya.
100% electric lah. Because how I know it's 100% because when you start the engine, there's no like
Engine
sound. Yeah, it's clean lah, the sound basically. So I
Clean
think
energy.
it's a good investment to have like electric vehicles. Besides, if we compare electricity with fuel, but oil, baliran niya shelter. Electric vehicle, it can get you like one charge back and forth from Brunei.
From Brunei.
Brunei to where?
Maybe adik mengantuk. As Amerikano ko lang.
This is
Okay.
straight host.
Okay. As I was saying, from Mora to Belait, around 3 rounds back and forth. So I would say it's a good investment if we compare to fuel. So
And how
Tapi-
much would that cost? Just a range, just an estimation, just in case.
Bukannya 20 ka? Fuel tank.
as for the
Tapi
price,
it's for 1 month ka kalau hindi salah. 20 full tank. Tapi 1 month
That depends on your car.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that depends on the car, but I'm not so sure on the price. But
Because
can only,
established must
I can
much
only
here,
talk
right?
in kilowatt terms.
Engineering to mana?
Parang mengantuk ka mga ladangar. So kami skip saja lah.
Roughly around 3 to 4 rounds lah.
Yeah, I would say it's affordable.
And how long would the charge take?
That depends on the charging station juga. Like
Apa? Type lightning
you
lah.
can.
Sorry.
You can charge at home. Is it?
Tapi ada sa
I'm not kidding.
I'm not saying, okay, in other countries, I would definitely 100% believe it, yeah.
But this is Brunei, bro.
Please be realistic.
No.
Kaya
you
ko
put the
type SIM
card
saja.
inside.
You can literally charge with the plug, but it will be slow lah. Explain. Check up.
Abis ka na rumah. Marahin dong. Jangan juga kayo type
So, do you think like the charging stations are available? And
Yeah,
like,
sarap ka dong.
Charging stations, it's quite limited lah.
Di mana ada sudah?
Certain areas, like I would say para Cirdong after Cukas.
Lambak.
That's about it for sure.
Di mall. Jangan tu jauh di mall. Ni
And
hampir aja.
then UTV ada juga.
Hey, promo UTV lagi.
Tapi apa tu? Only ada a few lah. So if charging stations yang official tu, it will only take a few hours. But as for
It only take a few hours.
kalau bata shopping saja.
Iya tah?
I mean, it's not, you're not gonna charge it every week, every day. Like,
Ya, battery tahan. Bukan battery iPhone. Bukan battery iPhone ah.
Ini kita saya kok pasti
Tapi kalau mau charge di rumah,
Marahin dong.
terus sekarang lain apa karena kepentingan ya?
Lain nga pa bill Karen mahalan nila eh. Dito electric mo kali nila eh.
Mama bayar 400 sila eh.
Baru seminggu nilai 400.
I think that's the reason why they put electric chargers out of the mall kali ya. Sambil-sambil charging dapat lihat wayang, shopping,
Mana tuh kau suka tuh?
JJ di tangga diskon.
Kau suka tuh yang
Suka lah. Madam Web cross lah. Madam Web, watch it in theaters.
Jangan ko. Mega Mind.
Mau apa aja Mega Man?
Megaman kau tuh kan gundul.
Karang ka na balik. How about your partner, Natasha? Do you think there are any goals that are achieved by Brunei?
Not yet, but soon. We still have a few more years, guys.
I think 10 years, 10 months.
10 years.
Oh gila. Mana bini ni sendiri?
Mun masih hidup.
Insya
Insya-Allah.
Tayo.
Doakan yang baik-baik. Doakan yang baik-baik. Iya invite kami yang kawin itu kan, no?
Benar.
Youth in Brunei? Youth in
Sombong
Brunei?
dia.
40 years old? 40 years old? Yeah.
Range
Yes.
15 to 25.
35. Oh.
What's
No, in Brunei.
Brunei
Yeah, that one is like globally. Brunei is different.
40, 40.
I think so.
I heard some wise person said, kalau mau lihat rahim opinion, anak presidennya punya quote, youth is not defined by age, but by the mindset. Kambang presidennya behind the camera. Kalau kami dapat lihat kan ba?
Masuk tidak mau lihat kan Kak?
Ini presidennya.
Ya,
Malu-malu sikit, malu-malu.
Jadi blight kali dia berjalan. Nah presidennya. Itu yang cakap tuh, youth is not defined by age.
Macam bus kan wayang.
Oh
my God.
Oh, fantastic.
Dia kan jadi intong-intong buat.
Loki.
Padahal ada rasa kisah.
Ayan yung gaya nada.
Mesti pop in, pop out ba? Mesti.
Saan penuh tidak mau kepala ano IG.
So, what do you think can be done in order to achieve Brunei Wawasan 2035? Natasha, what is your take on this?
So we have to remember the 3 M's. Memahami, mengungsikan, dan menggerakkan.
Yep guys, it's Youth Empowerment Project. I feel empowered.
Yes.
Very empowered.
Yep.
Iso ako mula ka ng NGO. The Yep attitude.
team?
Yep.
I don't know, but I have the Yep mindset. I say Yep to everything. Yep.
So, what were you saying?
So we have to understand the Wawasan Brunei 2035. We have to understand fully the goals, basically, and what they want to achieve. They have to support the nation's aspiration, and we have to be confident that we are able to achieve it.
Confidence is key.
Yes.
Be like Anik. Confident. Wala pun salah.
Walaupun salah.
It doesn't matter.
There's this saying,
As long as you're confident.
fake it till you make
Take
it.
it.
Yes.
And then mengongsikan is basically you have to share information regarding
Yeah.
Wawasan 2035 to your family, friends, colleagues, to you.
To you guys. That's why we're doing this for you.
And then we have to realize to ensure your village is clean and safe, be involved in your NGOs, participate in government programs, events, and have to kind of be aware of what's happening around you. Be proactive, exercise, practice healthy life.
Exercise.
You guys exercise?
I do. Like
I exercise in my dreams.
In my dreams, yeah. I run. In my dreams.
kau kan exercise.
Hindi, bayangkan si man eh. Kalau kamu kami in your dreams, in your left, ano kan dyan, sama lang kalau kamu exercise.
So kind of indirectly
Directly. It's okay, we can't do it in real life, just do it in your dreams.
Wala po na abs in your life, asa ka na mimpiada.
Real.
Janji ada ba?
Not all dreams need to be reality. Dreams can stay as dreams.
Dreamer. Achiever.
Episode 2 ta.
Now we have to support each other.
Yeah.
Have to support other NGOs. Grow together. That's why we're collaborating.
Ex Ngopinion, ex
Yep.
suka kopi.
Oh,
Yeah.
coffee.
So I guess it's the same to what Anik said, that we have to work together as
Yeah.
a team, as youth.
And we can grow together.
Yep.
So Natasha, to get on what you're saying, pasal being proactive apa, do you think that the youth today are ignorant? Not in that way lah, like they're not really aware of the surroundings lah, like
I think as in China, some of the youth are not confident enough to expose themselves, but in fact that they have bigger potential than they think they have. So, what your take on that?
So, hold on. Is it okay if I stop? Yeah. So, do you think that, like what you mentioned earlier, the youth are not going out more? Do you think, is it because maybe they're shy, they're malu, or they don't want to be judged by others? Do you think judgment comes, do you think judgment comes, what is the word? Plays a role in this? What do you think about it?
Melayu kan
very
Melayu.
NPC behavior.
Yeah.
Kan kami dito biar jadi jeduk. Okay, sama.
What was the question?
NPC behavior.
Kan,
You ordered an ice Americano, extra shot.
My body is
no,
shaking.
extra short. Bukan extra shot lagi.
Extra shot.
Okay. Based on my experience
So,
lah.
baka suka kopi ada dia. Balita suka kopi.
Balito suka coffee. See, you see how he was motivated. Ada teh jawapan.
Based on my experience, to answer that question, Bruneian youth actually have a lot of potential. It's just that they face a lot of judgments and discriminations when it comes to making projects. But I'm not saying all, but in some areas, in some place, they're not valued. So as I was saying, some of their opinions might not be considered just because we have less experience compared to the elderly, compared to the working age population. But we cannot let that to hinder us from contributing to Wawasan 2035.
Yeah.
So what we can do is that prove them what we can do as a youth. Build credibility. We have to start somewhere. So we don't really have to jump terus ke atas to make these people believe. Let them criticize you. Let them, judge you. It's normal. Like everywhere you go, there will always be criticisms. There will always be judgments.
Yeah,
but it's just a matter of how you adapt to it, how you handle those criticisms.
And like how you learn from it.
Mindset.
Yeah.
So change the mindset, like from
Fix to growth.
yeah.
We all start somewhere. It doesn't
We all
matter if
start
it's small. I mean, we were just from Ngopinion. It was just a shower thought, like what you guys mentioned.
Nanti kami post how opinion started.
Yeah.
Tunggu
And now-
tunggu episode ni dit. Nang sibuk tu episode na. Ano masa naman clip pun lagi tu ya.
Even for the yep, we were just lying on bed and just thinking like, what projects can we contribute to the community? What is beneficial?
What is beneficial?
And then like, boom, the yep.
Yeah.
So satu lang
Say yeah to everything.
we need more youth young mindset satu, like what can we do to contribute
Yeah.
instead of
Let's call it the yep mindset.
instead of mana ni kita mau maju kan daripada maju, instead of satu
Like we have to think, what can we
what
do?
can we do
Yeah.
as individual. If we wait for people to do things for us, it will
Hindi na
take
kumana-mana tu.
Yeah, kumana-mana tu.
I've met a few people, not a few, a lot of youth lah in Brunei. They're quite low key, but when I had a conversation with them and even worked with them, they're actually wow, like why I have never seen you around and why I've never seen you, because potential tu I didn't expect macam, potential tu is actually big wah. Like I've never, like if that person actually applied dia punya potential tu to the society, it can be something big.
Some of us don't have the confidence to expose ourselves.
Maybe some ada, tapi they don't have the resilience to maintain it.
Resilience to maintain.
Yeah.
Or maybe a support group.
Yeah.
Just
Kalau mau start something, come to Ngopinion.
Yeah, sometimes it can be affected by environment juga. Macam
Yeah.
your circle, your family, your
group of work, colleagues, and so on. If your friends, peers, colleagues are too supportive, then tani pun jadi motivated and semangat. Like my circle ni, dorang semangat habis kan buat changes to to the society. So aku pun macam semangat lah terus, motivated to kalau without them ni aku pun macam less motivated kan.
Limpang-limpang kau ni dikata.
Limpang dikata, main ML.
Lain apa?
Meeting.
Mun minta pada carry, joki by Anek.
Joki. Bukan epic apa dia?
Bukan.
I mean, it kind of also depends on your situation that you're in, like transportation issues, like if you have enough resources. Because if we think about it, like the previous generation, they only have opportunities given from the school, and they don't know what's happening outside of school, like all the events. So right now, I'm so glad that the future generation now are trying to make a change and trying to break that cycle, basically.
But Natasha, if you see the world, the digital world we live in today, every resources is sanangkan diambil because you don't need transportation to do something. You can just do it online or something. It's just a matter of whether you want to do it or you don't. So maybe some nada telepon ka pa, but then again you can use your school computers. Schools right now ada jo offer computer. Like PTES ada kan offer Chromebooks sa kan? I remember masa COVID they offer Chromebooks for students to study at home. Yeah, we live in a world where digital
Kind of plays a huge role.
Yeah, innovation is just
It's part of the lifestyle as well.
Yeah.
Digital.
So I
It's
guess
just
it goes back to, I think you Bernard mentioned this to me. I guess we humans have the
Quoting me.
Quoting from Kara. Sorry about this guy, man. We humans have the potential to do something great in life, and it's just a matter of whether you guys want to achieve it by yourself, with friends, or not.
So relating back to the question, for Brunei the question was goals. How do you achieve ka? How do you achieve ka?
I don't even know the question.
What do you think we can be? What do you think we can be done?
What can be done? So what I said today, macam ego to set aside. Even if you hate the person, like me, I hate Izzat Benar. Just kidding lah. So ego to mesti set aside. Sometimes people two alpha lah. Let's say two alphas. They can have different.
Still alpha. Can't you use another word? Can't you?
Non-Gen Z tu ya.
Okay, let's say two people who wants to be leaders. They can have different ideologies.
They have different maybe point of views.
Yeah, point of views. But you need to respect each other. Ego
They have to
atau
take in also their
Circumstances,
Yeah.
situations, because everybody is different, right?
Yeah. Doesn't mean that if your point of view is atu lurus, dirang punya salah. It's just a matter of changing that point of view. So that's the first way for how we achieve Wawasan 2035. The second point is to stop putting the blame on other people, like what Anik said tadi. So, don't take cancel siya. So I'm saying this myself, copyright. Sue me. I'm a lawyer.
Alam niya dapat di.
Alam mo
So that's hallelujah.
We don't
Yes.
support cancel culture, ba?
Episode 1 from Yep to.
Betul.
Support.
Yeah, support each other. Yeah. And then the third one is to change the mindset. I'd say that if youth if they want to start something, they're gonna be talked down by adults. This is the harsh truth. Because for us personally, memang kami ada macam orang yang begitu kami, you cannot do this apa, you can't achieve this, you're still too young. The reason why children in Brunei have anxiety is because the support, the lack of support from parents. If you see Bruneians they're really sticking to the meta, which is most effective tactic available. I learned that from a game. Main game banyak.
ML tu meta tu.
Most
Effective tactic available. If you see in the current era of Brunei, kalau macam orang start something macam start cafe lah, semua ikut cafe apa. And then masalahnya lagi kan, kalau orang IT yang dapat kerja, photo booth pun banyak aja kan, copy paste lah. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just that we need to open our minds more.
Be more original lah.
Be more original.
Especially if you want to achieve wawasan 2035 in terms of education. Kan right now the meta is IT. IT is not dapat kerjanya parents. What if kami more agriculture? Some parents would not support you. If you can see right now, the GDP for Brunei is very reliant on oil and gas. The ratio would be very high. Macam oil and gas, 1,000 billion if I'm not mistaken. And then for agriculture, it's just 200 billion satu. That's a very high gap. And then Brunei na banyak exports like textiles or foods. There's very much lacking in Brunei for economy. Pasalnya people just stick to the meta. If you want to grow, we need to take the risk.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I like that.
Let's say in textiles law, do you think Brunei might be able to achieve that? You know, building their own textiles?
I mean, Brunei banyak potential tu. There are many animals in Brunei. Kalau payah pun potong siya kulit scissor. Jadikan bag lawat tu. Izzat skin bag. It's not Gucci, it's Gaki. Don't sue me. I'm not a lawyer yet.
I would say like one example is that I don't think it's agriculture, but source is not credible, but
Source is not credible.
yeah, but
Source?
no, I read this somewhere in an article,
Read it
but
somewhere
it's in
Facebook
Brunei.
palinian ni.
It's in
Reddit
Brunei,
pala.
but no, not Reddit, please. Okay, so Brunei is actually creating a, what do you call that, hydrogen fuel? I'm not sure, something hydrogen, but they've been importing it to Japan recently, so that also contributes a portion to Brunei's economy. So artinya macam, as Carol said, don't just stick to the,
Meta.
to the trend, but instead
Na mo trend, mo meta. Saka base sekali.
trend or meta. Instead of we instead of sticking to the trend, we
Meta.
just have to think of something that can diversify our economy. Maybe do some other things yang not something different from the trend, but have
Potential.
a significant impact lah in our economy. Something like that. I know it's not as easy as it says, but it's not as easy as it sounds, but
Confident.
Be confident. This
Confident
is
is
right.
key.
Let him speak. Let him cook.
Biar bro masak.
Ada panci dalam kita. Ada panci dalam kita. Dia gambar.
Okay.
it's not as easy as it sounds, but
Achievable lah.
achievable. We just
Kalau nunggu si Anik cakap, setahun lang to.
just do it. Pasal if we don't start now, then
Kasutnya.
just do it.
Not sponsored.
This one's sponsored.
No, okay, actually, I like the ambience though. Like, so
It's very cool.
I mean, no, honestly speaking though,
Dari tadi
because-
aku angan-angan, tapos lupa. I'm not listening to what Veronica said. I was just looking at the lights.
no, honestly speaking though, you guys should try to come to School Coffee because for study, for
Yeah, study sini siyo.
it's nice.
High tea ka.
And then
High tea.
what I like about them is that if you guys realize they don't like provide a lot of outlets just because apa tu, they want us to socialize kalau tani singgah rakyat ni.
Yeah.
So I think if you guys want to socialize with your friends without them being antisocial, main telefon, main game tu pulang.
Tapi kemarin komen telefon saja.
No.
Kan sa?
Don't fake one.
Tapi it's malam-malam or even afternoon, it's so cozy and they have their own ambience. It's so rare that if you compare.
Oh, and plus rimba, yung garden na to, hampir dapat jalan-jalan sa
Evening ka. Sunset
Stop
pictures.
healing di pantai, healing di sini.
Kalau kan flower hunting terus ada di sebelah.
Kalau kan purpose refresh, ambil siya bunga sana. Kami na tanggong.
Simpan sini.
Okay, sambong. Habis?
Source? Trust me, bro.
Source not credible, but I will get back to you guys.
Pandai
Next
tadi.
episode lah. Next episode kali.
Episode lah. To be continued next episode po tayo.
Kalau lupa biar ya kan
Jangan
sama.
lupa subscribe and ring the bell. Ring the bell.
So like what Alex said to, what we can do is work together to diversify the economy. Tapi not as in copy pasting other ideas. Jangan pasal satu benda ni trending kamu semua ikut. Yes, business is very hard in Brunei. Tapi if you have the courage to start it, then have the strength to maintain it. You cannot stop halfway. If benda yang kamu buat bermanfaat, just go through it. Siapa sih cakap jangan takut, kamu masih muda, jangan terdengar. If it's something bermanfaat and have a huge impact on the society and the community as a whole, then we should just teruskan saja. Like what we're doing. We're trying to motivate you guys to to help in contributing Wawasan 2035. Because this country is ours. Kalau bukan tani, then siapa lagi?
Business doesn't have to be successful terus. You can fail 10 times, and the 11th time you try, you'll be successful. So
yeah, at least you have the courage to try.
Small steps. Yeah, small steps.
Who knows? Mana tahu because of you trying, there are other people who want to try as well. If you fail, then your failure is not in vain. Ada hikmahnya di belakang itu.
Yes.
Because Allah doesn't take something from you without giving something back.
that's true. Yeah.
Bukan hadis sah. Let's belajar di Unisa. Daftar di Unisa. COLB course-nya. Promo
UTB.
UTB Indonesia. Boleh lah. UTB.
LCB.
Ada kata on LCB.
Udah tahu. Sekarang semua uni nih.
I'm from college. episode 1.
Kamu udah lihat? So for our last question number 5. What role do the youth play in Wawasan 2035? And how can the youth contribute?
Let's pass this to Natasya since she's from Youth Empowerment
Yeah.
Project.
First of all,
Yep mindset.
check out our website, theyep.ptes.squarespace.com, because there you have resources. You're able to connect with people. You're able to attend events, network. Network is the most important for me right now.
Yeah.
Because how can you be involved when you do not know who's doing what and how they've already contributed to their community?
And you told us that PTES disediakan event calendar so
Yes.
that we can register. So if you don't know where to start volunteering start with the website. Ngopinion pun also post on their IG story. Admin Ngopinion tu baik tu, handsome lagi. So they also post macam volunteers.
Not handsome.
Press reply lagi kalau mau curhat apa, sleep call malam-malam aku layan. Sorry, admin Ngopinion layan.
Jadi orang jadi.
Admin Ngopinion baik orangnya.
So yeah, be involved.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. Go out from your comfort zone. And mana tahu, the first event you go to, there will be so many doors open for you.
Okay, lagi sambung ah. So we can see lah cuma tu. And then it's also worrying to me about the youth. Kalau kamu lihat Borneo Bulletin right now, there's this 18-year-old and he's already facing death penalty because of drug apa tu?
Abuse.
Bukan drug abuse, menjual dadah. Selling drugs kah?
Yeah.
Betul lagi drug business.
Sorry. Minum kopi tak? Yeah, it's not Breaking Bad in Brunei, guys. You're not Walter White. You're 18. And it's very worrying you too, 18-year-old and then involved in drugs apa. That's very worrying lah. And then there's also this news masa COVID lah. If kamu tahu, ada children yang under 18 involved in apa ni? Hijacking kereta yang Ford Mustang hilang. Under 18 kan? I think there were 4 of them. Ini baru yang kami tahu. What about the one yang Balmei kena tangkap apa?
And then this reminds me of one of story about Christina's friend. Sorry. So her friend had a car and kita itu cerita sport lah. He had like exhaust lah, really pretty exhaust. So I think it was masa yang masuk kelas kita. And then when he got back from his 1-hour class, one of his exhausts was gone.
Bro,
I don't know. Oh my god! I don't know if they have the materials for it, like the tools.
That you draw 1 hour.
1 hour? Can you imagine?
Crazy.
gila. I think they should sign up for F1 pit crew teh. Gina-exhaust ang gala. Ano daw sada?
No one realized anything.
Was it in daylight?
No,
Daylight, right?
Bunyi je tu benar tukang.
Orang di TV kan ini.
So,
So crazy.
I can't. We're not sure if like the culprit is in drunk someone in their mid-30s or whether they're younger. But I'd be damn surprised if they're younger. You know, like the youth right now, because that's some skill.
That's some skill.
Like advanced knowledge.
Kalau siapa yang mengambil satu please terbalikan.
Balik
Kesian.
kesian.
Mahal tuh yang satu.
He did get a new exhaust though, but still that cost a lot of money.
Ya.
Money is money.
I mean kalau mencuri slipper pahami lah.
You paham lah.
Hanya exhaust bah.
Kalau si para kulipan itu curi tak curi.
Hanya exhaust.
Itu tidak apa-apa.
Halal.
Aku wakaf terus. Tidak apa-apa.
Ini masih muda pa, they're not reliable. If it's truly belia harapan bangsa, then put the trust on them. It's time to give the mental to them lah.
Yeah.
Kalau youth ini masih muda, kalau akan tunggu berumur, bukan tia lagi youth namanya. So as I was saying, like no matter how young you are, just if you have the mindset to make the change, just do it. Like
Nike
karena judge
sponsornya
itu,
Like he's
karena judge, karena criticize, it's a different case. But it's a matter of how you face it, how you handle it. Because when you go to the real world, there will always be criticisms, there will always be judgments. But you know, resilience.
Yeah, everyone is gonna judge you for anything that you do. So why not do something with confidence?
Yeah.
Do it in your own way, right?
Yeah.
So this episode is also in conjunction to Hari Kebangsaan yang ke-40. So make sure you guys do come down to Stadium Terbuka to witness Sultan's special titah. Our Ngopinion admin will also give a quote for today.
Mana ada admin committee opinion ni, this is just me. Admin opinion lain toh dia handsome lagi daripada aku. So for today, the pulang quote is just like a story lah. Do you guys? Kalau if you've seen this on TikTok there's this video about a frog. If you masukkan the frog itu at warm water terus, it will totally jump out. Tapi if the frog itu masukkan terus and then it boils, the frog will stay macam nanti turun balik ni panas ni. It will be comfortable apa, and then tidak takut untuk keluar terus. It's similar to life. If you let things accumulate, macam cakap, biarkan dia generasi seterusnya buat itu ini, biarkan dia kami stay saja, kami rehat saja tu. No, you should make change today. Don't be afraid.
Apa kan dapat pintuan ni?
Antap, ya katak mo sa dit.
Katak cute ya.
Katak cute eh. Kalau di-zoom lagi cute. Yeah, that's all from me lah. So please, whatever you want to do, if it's bermanfaat, if it has an impact, buat saja. Yeah.
Just
Buat saja. Just like Nike said, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Okay, thank you guys for watching. That's all from us today. Thank you also to Suka Coffee for sponsoring our coffee and the environment as well.
I'm having the rose latte nyaman.
I got the vanilla latte, which tastes absolutely exquisite.
And ani fact niya, kalau kamu lihat episode 1, anik minum gong sa kanto, active. Dia minum suka coffee, active.
Brain
I'm being
working.
basic, like I'm having iced Americano extra shots. So, but I recommend if you guys go here, order the pandan cream latte. Like,
Their signature
I've had it
drink.
like more than 10 times
Is
already.
it?
It's so good. Yeah, it's so good. Like
Okay, next time I will definitely order that one.
Next time.
What about you, Natasha? What did you order?
As a non-coffee drinker, I have iced chocolate.
Wow. Thank you guys. Do subscribe and ring the bell.
Let episode 1 run the top.
And kalau kamu mau bicara apa, text di admin opinion. Terus reply kan ya kamu.
Balik sa opinion niya. Jangan
Baik na admin opinion. Bye. See you next episode.
For us to play it like oh my god. Next kami.